Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello. You have made it to the girlfriend segment, honey, and we are about to talk about some important stuff that's important to girlfriends. You know, as we relax and unwind and have our girl talk, we're going to get into some sexiness of it all. We're going to get to the sexiness of the show.
And let us know if you think we're sexy.
I mean, just a little.
Just a little bit.
You do your thing. What you think? What you think? Okay, so I'm 5'4". My modeling career didn't go as expected.
Right. And I'm Big Booty Judy, so you know.
Oh, Jesus.
So Apple Bottom came along, then, you know, all of a sudden Booty was in.
Right. You know what? That's something you just said a lot.
Yes.
Because I believe people started getting booty implants because of you. Your natural butt. They wanted their butt like that. And they're like, there's no way humanly possible that's real. And it is real. Now, we're not about to have her stand up and say, no, she's not about to drop it like it's hot. Follow her on social media and you'll get your sneak peek. But I really believe women saw that and felt insecure. And felt like they had to go and get that extra Oh my God, we cut to when we stop rolling, you guys are gonna wish you were still here. If you're in Chicago, you know where I live. Stop by, okay?
Come on now,
come on down. Stop
get
playing.
You some food, get your health on.
Get your health on.
Get your life.
Get your life.
Yes.
There's more to that statement.
Yes, there is.
So guys,
a
whole another segment. So we are still here, honey. We are closing out, but we have a couple of things we're going to talk about before we close out.
Yes.
I often will either do an Ask Conda or just something that girlfriends want to talk about, and we'll share our talk moment with you guys. So this is our intimate time and space, but we're going to share. We're going to keep the cameras rolling. One thing, and I want you guys to comment below, like seriously, anything that we've discussed tonight, please give us your authentic opinion. I will be reading them personally, and so will Lolita.
Yes.
And we want you to give us your honest opinion on everything. Now, don't be rude, but give us your honest opinion in a very nice way, because we like to keep it nice. We like to be empowering whatever we do.
Think about how you would want to be treated. Right? Use that as the gauge. So, and we're not saying don't be authentic, but notice the tone in which your authenticity comes through. That's all we're saying.
That's true. So this is a question, and really this is a question. Put yourself together.
Trying to,
because you already know the question. Put yourself together. You're feeling bad for some folks right now. You're taking on the energy of some people right now. I get it, because this is a question that people need to hear and answer. Okay, great. This is a question that a lot of people already have. They've already answered it, or if they haven't, they're thinking it. So we want women, and I guess gay men can answer this too.
Anybody can answer.
Anybody can answer. Actually, anybody can answer
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think it kind of flips on the other side too. And we'll talk about it a little bit.
Oh, it does. Nasty. The filth of it all. So this question, the infamous question is, does size matter?
A little bit of tea.
Does size matter? Now, my coffee mug, and I don't drink coffee, I drink tea, but I guess my tea mug says, or my water mug in this case, that's what I'm drinking, size matters. Yes. But does it really? Does size matter? That's what do you think, guys? I want you to have to leave your very, very, very authentic comments. We're going to expound on it. Yes. Does it matter for us? But the question at hand is, does size matter? For if you are a woman and you're dating a man, does his penis size matter to you? If you are a man dating a man, does his penis size matter to you?
That's what
if you are a man, that's what we're about to talk about. If you are a man dating a woman, does the size of her vagina matter to you? Does size matter?
So, you know.
Oh yeah, Miss Transformation bitch. Miss Transformation bitch. Oh yeah. I'm transparent. Yes, ma'am.
So, I come from a tantrika perspective, and what does that mean?
Please. Always using them big words.
So, tantrika is really about the movement of energy, right?
That's right.
And so I think if I did not have that background, I would say, yes, size would matter, because I honestly, what I think is size doesn't matter for everybody.
I agree.
And you've got to know who you are. That's what it's about. So I think, if you are 4 or 5 inches, Lord, we're going to pray on you. But for somebody, that is magical. For others, you might be intimidated by a 10-inch, 11-inch. I want to pray for you too. But, if you're happy, I'm happy. And then for me, I think.
Speaking to the inches. Speaking to the inches. I mean the mic. I mean the hand. I mean, you know what I mean. Girlfriend.
I just think for me, I like the look of it. I like the size of it. Another thing that comes up is if a person is not, at birth when they get circumcised. I like an uncircumcised penis. Other people like, that's
you
gross.
do.
Well, I went a little visceral though. Oh, yeah, girl, that's nice. I'm trying to play myself down. I do, because it shows the cleanliness of a man. The ability to pull it back, clean around it, how he cares for himself, the scent. I mean, if he's not in a good, healthy space, I've never experienced a man who wasn't, but I've heard nightmare stories about when they aren't. So,
and let's just pause for a second, not to cut you off. You just said something.
I did.
I fucking whole lot. I fucking whole lot.
She's like, that ain't this stick to the side.
I did not know that.
I did.
So talk about transparency and authenticity. This ain't no real friendship, because I should have known that's how you felt.
Yes, ma'am.
So no, I was watching something on I think it was Facebook.
Yes.
And there was some guy, this man, he was uncircumcised, and he never pulled it back to wash it. Ever. All these years.
How do you have sex?
He was having sex, but he never, because no one ever taught him that.
What
and then
I'm sorry, I have so many questions.
I know, but when he finally pulled it, it was just disgusting.
Molded?
Yeah. Okay, continue. You
Okay,
said you
great.
had what?
Excuse me as I throw up in
As
something.
you throw in something. But how you not know to pull your penis head back?
First of all, I don't even know how you have a penis, because it's movable. It's not, static. So I don't even understand that communication.
I was devastated. I was like, ew.
But not only that, it actually speaks to a big issue in my mind, which is this thing around women not looking at men's penises. How are you sticking something in you if you ain't even looked at it and smelled it? I'm not saying you've got to lick it. I'm just saying you've got to know who he is. Like, what's his name? What's his address?
Something.
Who was he last with? Just a couple communications.
Just some simple communication.
Just a little bit. So I personally, I need to look at it. I need to affiliate myself with it. I need to, because I'm a big oratory person. So I cook with my nose. I love people with my nose. I smell everything.
Yeah.
So note to you all, wear underarm, because I can.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But that was the truth.
What about you, Miss Ma'am? Does size matter? As she takes a sip, I'm gonna go ahead and sip with her.
In other news, how's about those bulls?
See, there she goes. Little bulls. They're supposed to have. I'm sorry. Or is that horses? I don't know. I'm not into animals. I'm just saying. won't have a segment.
I actually hope it's not. I actually hope. But that might be. Whoop notes. On the board, can please have me for notes. For me. So let me answer it this way, authentically and transparently.
Okay, great.
To me, size does matter. But that doesn't mean you have to be ginormous.
Right.
I just want
ginormous mean.
It's relative. Oh, to me.
Yes.
I mean, I don't need this. This is ridiculous.
What's that, 20?
That'd be 100.
Okay, great.
No,
Okay, great.
I don't need that. I need
What
the
do
over.
you need again?
I don't know what I need. I need to be right. I'm a sexual bunny. I don't play when it comes to sex. I really don't play. I have no patience around it. If you're not going to be correct.
Right.
Now, in terms of size, doesn't matter to me because I have a size and I'm not huge. But
what's that size again?
What's this size again?
What is the size you prefer?
I don't know. Maybe I don't really want to say because
you should, because I did.
What did you say? You said it didn't matter.
You all are listening. What's your size? And then I'll come back and clean it up. Transparently, but I'm not going to tell you the size.
Boy, man.
Okay.
We're supposed to be friends.
We are friends.
Damn these people. When the cameras go off, we got to play well together.
Girl.
I'm not feeding you anymore. I'm not traveling with you. This friendship is over.
Lord.
So let me think about that.
Okay, good.
So yes, size does matter to me because to me, I want to be able to feel it. I want to be filled up. I don't have I'm not like ginormous. I don't need a ginormous penis, but I don't know. Maybe I never really. This? I don't even know what that is. What is that? 10, 7, 8? I mean,
she's starting with the right number. 10.
Was it 10?
10. Oh, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3.
Maybe.
So, but I will say this because you did say
its
size somehow doesn't matter a bit. And for me, if you're not, to some people, but to me, if whatever my size is, and that's something I guess I need to go and figure out what that is, because I guess it's been different. I mean, I've had, I've been married before. It's been different because sometimes I've had guys that were medium.
What is medium?
Whatever that is, I don't know. I've had large and I've had small.
What's large?
I don't know.
Us experts on this subject matter.
Because it's relative.
It really is. Which goes back to the men's conversation. Do men like women who are extremely big or small? And what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Right? Because I've known a person, he was saying to me, he was saying I was big. I had never in my life heard I was big. I was offended. I was like, what? He's like, no, I feel like you can receive me all. I was like, is that good? Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, the vagina has the ability to adapt to any size penis.
Yes,
so if you are 20 inches, 1,000 inches, the vagina, the powerful vagina has the ability to adapt and accommodate. We have that going on within us.
Yes.
So I've had small, I've had medium, I've had large.
I do not like small.
And you did not?
I do not. You did not. I don't like the look of it. I don't like it might smell good, but it never get there because.
So when you're offended?
I'm offended.
Okay.
Small penises, I apologize ahead of time. Small, I know what small means, and small means about 6 and under.
6 and 6?
6 is like here.
You are big, bitch.
No, I'm not big. I just want to feel it.
Wait, 6 is okay.
That's my 6.
Okay.
She's lying. Okay.
6? Wait.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? That's a snackable. That was.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. Great.
This is why we love each other.
That's why we love each other.
We're twins.
Right.
But
I think 8 is good.
I think 8.
8 is good. 8 is about
9.
maybe. 8 is about here. I think. I don't know. We don't have a tape measure. Actually, your cup is a tape measure. Give us the tape.
Oh no!
Yes, it is.
Oh no! But you're gonna really do this?
Oh my God! Absolutely. So this is where 0 is. So let's say, okay. So I said 6. So this is how big.
And
that
6
penis
is a nice size. I mean, it could be more if you want
so
to.
we're talking about like minimally 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like girth.
That's another conversation.
Now you could be 6 and have a girth. Remember,
because if it's too long, you're just gonna hurt.
Too long.
It's gonna hurt. You know, you're pulling out my uterus. It's on the floor. Like my ovaries are dead now because they're out too.
We didn't mention girth.
Yeah, girth is important.
So this here is you will never get in. That would be the girth, right? But here we could talk about it. I'm still scared. And then maybe like this, just imagine this being a circle. That could be like, I could be open to that communication.
Okay.
That would be very, very.
That is.
Don't come in with this, okay? Like half of this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I, like I said, I've had small. You know, she's. I mean, seriously, this is for years. I had to do. I've because of this friendship, I've had to seek out counseling. My therapist told me to end it all. No. But no, seriously. So that's right. Okay, so small, medium, large. We'll go with small, medium, large.
Right.
And I've had small, I've had medium, I've had large. Of course, you know, large is better for me, for what I like. But I don't want it to hurt. I don't want to be.
I don't want to hurt it.
Yeah, because
like a little bit of pain, just a
slight,
bit.
just a little.
Long is the issue, like skinny,
a little
long,
back, little
right?
back.
Wow, she's really being authentic right now. Everybody gonna catch this.
I thought I was just doing that in my head. Did I just?
You did.
Was that manifested?
That manifested onto the camera. Okay, great.
All right. So, but if you are, in my experience, I've had small, medium, large, and I've had great times with all 3 sizes, because small. If you are small, we said small was what, 6 inches?
No, we said small was like 4 inches.
Okay, so small is 4 inches. Then you gotta come with some other things. You gotta bring some other stuff. But I'm not a toy girl. I don't want the toys. I don't want that.
They do have better skill set.
You better have you better be the headmaster.
They are.
You better be the headmaster.
But
and the financial guy.
You need the cleanup man, even if they're the financial master. Gotta clean it up, because then you end up angry black woman. I think that sometimes there's a myth in the black community that all black men.
Oh, that is so not true.
Yeah, that's not true, because we happen to be black women, and
we know
our
something.
Preference is black men. We're open, but
very open. Preference, yeah.
And you will end up angry. So you got to get cleaned up somewhere. So note to men, you know, you need to figure your life out to make sure she authentically is walking away truly satisfied.
And stop playing.
Speak.
Stop playing games.
Speak.
Now, size matters, yes, because you want to be able to feel something.
Me too.
And then even if you're 4 inches, you better have a plan B. And E.
F, G,
and even that can work.
K,
L, M, N, O, P,
Q, R, S,
T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Plan for your life.
Just 4 inches and smaller, you know.
Yeah.
You need that whole alphabet.
The whole thing. And so you better be everything else.
Yes.
That's for sure. And then, because here's the truth. You know, if a woman is having sex with a guy who is on the smaller side, and she's very committed to that, and that's the penis she's receiving on a regular basis, then her vagina will adapt to that, and then that'll be what hey.
Absolutely.
Her vagina will adapt to that, and she'll begin to be used to that, and that is what that will be, coupled with all the other tools and excitement that partner brings. And the love, though, because guess what? When you are in love with somebody, because really sex is really great, and sometimes it's not great all by itself.
Absolutely not.
You have to have feelings for a person. I want intimacy. Yes. Feelings, love, all that.
Right.
I won't have sex with I won't do a one night stand. I won't have sex with somebody I don't know and I'm not there with. because that's all going to help.
Absolutely.
So does size matter? Yes, to me it does matter. You don't have to be ginormous. If you are not medium to large, and if you're small, that's fine, but you better come with your A game, and it better be, and it's some non-physical game you got to come with too. That's for sure. So guys, let us know.
Build on that. That's really powerful, because I think that intimacy, earlier I was communicating about cuddling, right? And like non-sexuality. But intimacy is what is the fiber that creates the connection. Mm-hmm. So you could easily call me a liar, because if I have intimately connected with a person and they have a 4-inch penis, it could become the best ever, because there is a heart connection. They see me for more than who I am. So so sexuality is an act. It is not a way of being, right? It's an act of procreation, openness, revitalization, all that good stuff. But with intimacy involved, that's a game changer. So while I was being funny earlier, I think you brought a really good point to life, that intimacy is the quote unquote glue. And so while most women are not interested in a one night stand, or even if they are interested in one night stands, it is superficial, only because the intimacy is not really there to hold on to the longevity of what could be created. Almost like animals, it's the lowest level of engagement. Now, don't get me wrong, low level intimacy can be the best. And then you walk away like an animal does, and it doesn't get to know your name. So, just know what you're in. We're not here to educate anybody on, longevity, non-longevity. Just know the distinctions of what we're talking about. So I really like that you brought that up.
Thank you. And so, and it's important, because it's true. We've all been in relationships, and when we really think about, what do I love about this man or this woman?
Right.
And was the sex really that great? Once you wake up, like if you're in a situation where you've been like loving on this person and you guys have been having blissful sex, and all of a sudden you wake up now,
right,
and you realize that this is not the person for you, then you start looking at everything in the daggone relationship. Like, what else was a lie? Was the sex good? That's a lie. Right. It only is contingent upon how you feel. Yes, there's a certain percentage of how well they're endowed, or how well they move, and how you guys are gelling and being together in that space. Like, do we work well together sexually? Do we fit? Are we a match? I have a very high sex drive, so I don't play. This is a very serious space for me. Like I'm not playing games. I don't want sex to be a struggle. I don't want it to be a chore. I would need my compatible sex person. Right. Now, the whole caveat is that I gotta love you too, so you can get this. You gotta prove to me that you're worthy of my diamond platinum bowl of deliciousness. Got it. So once we are in that space and we move on to that level, and it's all of that in the bag of chips, I'm your stalker. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm very satisfied. Right. All right. And speaking of being satisfied, I have a question. Yes, ma'am. Why do you think women, because I don't know that men can do it, but why do you think women fake orgasms? Guys, why do you think women fake orgasms? Women, why are you faking? Girl,
why do women fake orgasms?
Why do women fake orgasms? Auntie. No, ma'am.
Do you fake orgasms?
No, ma'am. Because see, here's why I don't fake orgasms. And before I answer why I don't fake orgasms, I would just like to say, no one's getting a better woman than me to the male ego. I want my man to know that he's loved, that I'm enjoying him. I share all of that beauty very, very authentically. But and I'm going to be transparent. The last thing in the world that I am interested in doing is faking an orgasm. And here's why. I don't want him to think that he's doing this 1,000,000 times right and I'm envying, I'm annoyed 1,000,000 times wrong. I don't want to do that because if you give him positive reinforcement on something he doesn't need positive, he's gonna keep doing that because of his male ego. So if it's not good, I'm like, oh yes, Daddy, keep it. Because now I'm about to not want to do it because I know I've been lying all the while saying it's so great, and he's gonna keep trying to have that performance go that way, and it's just like I don't even want to do it. I don't even play. House game is over. So I have no interest in. And I want people to reach their greatness. I'm empowering, right? There's no empowerment in lying to somebody, telling them how beautiful and great they are. Just don't say anything.
Right.
Or if you want a better sex life, communicate like, okay, babe, I really wanted a little more like this versus like that. How about we communicate and see where this can lead us if we do it this way? Like I talk. I'm very open. I like communication, so I am not going to lie or fake an orgasm. And then really,
why do you think women do then?
Because they want their men to feel great. They want their men. They want to like stroke the man's ego because that's very important to a relationship. Being validated, feeling worthy, feeling great, feeling like you've done the do. You've done your thing. You really want people to feel that they are appreciated and they are great in your life. And so especially guys have like some of the largest egos on the planet.
Yes, they do.
Especially if a woman is having a conversation with a guy and he say, yeah, I'm gonna rip your ribs out, I'm gonna tear you up. I mean, I would kind of feel bad if he didn't. So that's probably why women are like, okay, yeah, Daddy, yeah. So people fake orgasms. Women fake orgasms. I don't think guys
I have some friends who, I've heard guys try to fake too.
How can a guy...
I don't even understand why, because who wants a man who's coming quickly? Sorry. I said that out loud.
Transparency. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, good.
Okay, great.
So, for me, okay, I love this.
So why do you think women fake orgasms?
I think everything you just mentioned. I don't definitely need to duplicate that. That's a ditto. I'm more into why I don't, because everything you said was, to me, spot on. And, as women, you want to, quote unquote, keep your man claimed. I don't even understand what that means. And somewhere somebody thinks that works. But if we look out in life, most people cheat. So are you really keeping your man? I think men are more intrigued with the woman who speaks her truth. I'm not saying I've maybe had 1 or 2 men ever cheat on me. That is not like a reoccurring theme in my life. And if they are cheating, shit, I don't know nothing about it. So you can't get mad at something you don't know.
I better not find out that.
But the whole thing is, she said she would not find out. That's a whole nother segment, because I got some comments to that too, because I think every man is not designed equally. I think I think about my last committed relationship. Amazing. Okay. And,
I heard all about this.
Right? And yeah, I would have literally
sex was great.
Beyond sex, it was intimacy, connection, everything. And I would have balled him.
Sign.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking, we're not saying names.
Right.
Am I thinking
that one?
Yeah. The one that your womb.
Yes.
See, our wombs choose. Our wombs will choose.
Amen.
Our man.
Praise God. Yes.
Penis.
But we should always be choosing by that.
We should not be choosing
this
by
time
that.
around. I chose by that.
Yeah.
He was amazing, everything, and I would have literally, killed her, him, and somebody else. But then I've been in relationships where I'm not giving a ghetto pass, but I would have been able to work some things out with another person. So every man is not equal in my world.
Okay.
And what they pull out of me.
Because it's different.
It is so different.
And so, you have to be careful when you're going into a new relationship. You have to be careful what you tell your new man who you have been with your last man. Because your last, if you Hey,
keep it real.
I'm trying to keep it real and clean.
Okay. Well, I don't know how clean we've been, but
I mean, we have not.
Okay.
But
we haven't used cuss words. That's a plus.
Oh,
good.
Okay.
And we're in Chicago.
There we are.
Everybody cusses in Chicago. That's where I get it from. Okay.
There we are. So what that man brought out of you, may not necessarily be what John brought out of you. Tom may not. What Brian brought out of you, Derek may not.
Exactly. Until
Derek does.
Or not. Right.
So you may not get that.
Right.
You may not. So, everybody is different in relationships. Everybody has their own way of being with whomever they're with at that particular time. The key is to make all your relationships amazing.
There you go. And each person is amazing. So for me, I don't think about, the last relationship, because nobody can fill that person's shoes. That person has his own shoes,
his own
in
lane
my heart,
yes.
just empty
imprint there,
imprint ready to go.
Right there,
right. And it also shows that intimacy and sexuality is not the only part of the relationship. A relationship is also in business. A relationship is also how you treat me as a woman. Do I want you as husband? The band to keep the relationship in place. Are you being the support? Have you all created what you've wanted? So I think it's,
that's going to be another segment.
That's another segment. Yeah.
That's going to be another segment, because people need to know, and oh my God, guys, men need, if you're pursuing a particular type of woman, you need to know who you're pursuing.
You've got to know that, and not put women in these baskets. She's a hoe, she's a good wife, she's a this, No, you've got to actually, if you bring intimacy and connection to the table, you'll begin to see that there are all kinds of different rhythmic energies in that woman. You just may not be bringing it out of her, right? And same with women. We bring different things out of men.